Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to be covering all of the rumors that have been going around regarding the iPhone 5 and the iOS 5, and just giving you my thoughts on what I actually think is going to be released this June at Apple's WWDC conference that they have every year. Now, if you guys haven't heard already, you probably have because this news is probably about a week old, but pretty much the iPhone 5, Apple has said, is not going to be released in June. Rather, the WWDC is going to be more software focused, and they're going to be working on updates to the iOS operating system rather than the hardware itself. Now, as I said before, I'm just going to run down some of the specs of what is supposed to be included with the iPhone 5, what's supposed to be included with the iOS 5, and whether or not I think both of them are going to be released, or if it's just going to be a software-based WWDC. So, first off is better camera. Definitely, I think even if the iPhone 5 is not released in June, it will have a better camera because the reason why it is being delayed is due to Sony actually not being able to provide Apple with the new cameras that they were going to include on the device. It's supposed to be 8 megapixels instead of 5. It's going to be 5 megapixel digital camera. It's just going to be a better camera overall, and I think you're going to be able to record in full HD, which would be really cool and good. So I think there's a very high chance that that's going to actually happen. Next, they are saying that the actual new iPhone 5, along with the iPod Touch 5, I've heard, are not going to have a home button. They're going to have touch sensitive controls, and the rumor doesn't really say that much more. I highly doubt this because it just doesn't seem like Apple. I think they'll probably keep the home button, and if they don't, I mean, that would be kind of weird to have capacitive touch buttons, but it seems more like Apple to just keep the home button, so I doubt that. Next, it's Apple probably is going to include a bigger screen on the device. Probably going to be 4 inches. I agree with that. I think they need to match a lot of the Android devices that are out in the market right now, so they probably will increase the size of the screen. Along with that comes better resolution. It's probably going to have a wider resolution, making it. They haven't actually released the exact dimensions, but it's just going to have a better resolution along with the bigger screen. I think if it has a bigger screen, it will have a better resolution. If it doesn't have a bigger screen, it probably won't have a better resolution. So we'll have to wait and see. Design-wise, it looks like they're going to stick with the same design. If it is not a hardware-based conference, if the iPhone 5 is delayed, I would not expect a new design. But if it is not delayed, rather, if it's not delayed, I wouldn't expect a new design. If it is delayed, maybe there will be a new design, but we'll have to wait and see. What's next? What's next? White models. Obviously, Apple's going to release a white model when it is released, like they did with the iPad. I don't know why it's still not out, but still. Physical keyboard, definitely not coming to the iPhone. It's not Apple at all. And nobody even wants. I mean, some people might want the physical keyboard, but it's definitely not going to come to the iPhone 5. It just doesn't seem like Apple. 64 gigabyte models might happen. I mean, 50-50 shot because people always want more storage, and it just seems like an incremental update. So if it does actually come out in June, that will happen. If it comes out later, we'll have to wait and see. Full HD video recording, as I said, if they increase the camera, um, it probably will have full recording. Low cost models, Apple might actually lower the cost of the device. It's not too high right now at $200, but it always is. Could be more affordable. I mean, I doubt they'll do this because the 3GS and other models are already really cheap. But we'll have to wait and see. No more storage. I don't think they're gonna have. I mean, they're always gonna keep storage with the device. People want storage. That's what they want in their device. So they're definitely gonna keep storage. 3D display, I doubt it because that would cost a lot of money. And the Retina display right now they just updated to the Retina display and it's good enough. Better battery, obviously, that's an incremental update. Again, a lot of these will come out if the device is actually released in June. If it doesn't, then we'll have to wait and see. CDMA model, obviously they're gonna make it possibly for a 4G in June. I would expect a 4G model in June. If not, we'll have to wait and see. SIM cards, I'm not sure. Like, if you two SIM card tray, like if you could switch between Verizon and AT&T, if you decide to switch, I'm not sure they would do that. I doubt they would, so we'll have to wait and see. A5 processor, obviously it's an incremental upgrade. HDMI output, incremental upgrade. More RAM, obviously. NFC technology, which allows you to like purchase stuff in stores off of your iPhone. Most likely because a lot of Android devices already have this. iTunes Cloud, which is iTunes over the air. Most likely yes, because Apple did purchase Lala, which is the over the air streaming. Enhanced voice controls, most likely. And lastly, the release date, either June or September, depending on whether or not Apple actually releases the hardware in June or September, or if they merely release the software in June. But we'll have to wait and see. So, in terms of what is supposed to be included with the iOS 5, um, I have heard multiple rumors, but basically, the main things that I've heard are music locker service, which is over the air iTunes basically, improved notifications similar to Android, full access to the iOS 5 file system, improved lock screen, and free mobile me. And those are all features that will most likely be included with the iOS 5 and the iPhone 5. So what do I think is actually going to happen? Um, Based on all these rumors, I actually think that Apple is going to only release software in June, and later in September they're going to release both the Verizon and AT&T iPhone 5. The Verizon iPhone just came out, so it's too early to release an iPhone 5 on Verizon. A lot of people will get mad, so they'll probably release the new iPhone in September on both carriers, and at the WWDC in June, just released the software, which is good enough for me. I mean, I don't know if it's good enough for you, so go ahead and leave your comments. This video was kind of long, so thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for staying in tune. Be sure to subscribe and rate thumbs up if you liked it and for more videos. And be sure to follow me on Twitter, visit me at my website, and like me on Facebook in the description as well. And if you didn't know, I am having an iPod Touch 4 giveaway. Go ahead and click the annotation or the video in the description to check it out. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.